Good morning, students. Today we will study the liquidation chapter. That is, in session 62, we will study the effects of liquidation. The following are the effects of the liquidation on the shareholders. The shareholders are liable to pay the full amount up to the face value of the shares held by them. Here, the shareholders are to pay the amount at the time of liquidation. They have to pay the full amount, means up to the face value of share is paid by the equity shareholders, and even after the liquidation, the liability of the shareholders will continues. Next, workmen's dues and debts due to secured creditors. The workmen of the company in liquidation have made secured creditors in respect of their claims of wages, salaries, and holidays remuneration. Here, the workmen's and the secured creditors were given first preference at the time of the payment. Here, first the debt or the settlement of workmen's and secured creditors will be made. After making payment to the workmen's and secured creditors, next the unsecured creditors and preference shareholders and equity shareholders are paid. Here, if any amount remains or as a balance, such amount is distributed among the shareholders. So here, first preference is given to workmen's and secured creditors. These are also called as preferential creditors. So example, here workmen's due is rupees 2 lakh, secured creditor due is rupees 6 lakh. Here, proceed for sale securities is 2 lakh. So here, proceed from sale of securities means profit on sale of securities is rupees 2 lakh, and from this 2 lakh rupees, this amount is distributed among the workmen's and the secured creditors as on the profit sharing ratio, that is 1:3. Here, the workmen's due is 2 lakh and the secured creditors due is 6 lakh. So as per their dues ratio, we had, the profit on the sale of securities is distributed. So here workmen will get 1/4 of 2 lakh means 50,000, and the secured creditors will get 3/4 of the 2 lakh means 1,50,000. So like this. So first of all, the workmen's and the creditors, secured creditors are paid first. Next, preferential creditors. These are the unsecured creditors having a most priority to all other debts. So here, first of all, the preferential creditors are paid, and these payments are known as preferential creditors. In other words, among the unsecured creditors whom they are paying first, such creditors are called preferential. Here, these are the creditors who are paid first. So secured creditors and workmen's claims comes first, then comes cost, charges and expenses. Here, after payment of secured creditors and workmen's, the cost of liquidation and other charges and other expenses are paid. So next, whatever assets and money are left thereafter, here after payment to the secured creditors, that is preferential creditors, workmen's and the other secured creditors or preferential creditors, any amount left, that amount is utilized to payment for the unsecured creditors. Before paying to the unsecured creditors, first of all, any amount that is due to the government is paid first. Then wages and salaries for the employees for 4 months is to be given first. Next, here government is fixing rupees 20,000. In the case of liquidation, the company can pay 20,000 as a 4-month salary to the employees. Accrued holiday remuneration which has been payable to an employee, or in case of this death, here any amount which is due to the employee who has already he has been dead. So any amount payable to the contributors and compensation payable under the Workmen's Compensation 1923, all sum due to any employee from the Provident Fund, Pension Fund and Gratuity Fund is paid first. Any expenses of investigation. So investigation means here investigation on the liquidation. So such expenses are payable first. Unsecured creditors. So these are the creditors which include trade liabilities, bills payable, unpaid amount of partly secured creditors, unpaid dividend, outstanding expense. These are the unsecured creditors which are payable or paid after the payment of secured creditors, workmen's, next the preferential creditors, etc. So here secured creditors means these are the creditors which are known as preferential creditors. So for here these are the creditors holding security of the asset. So here these are the creditors who are having the security on the assets, and at the time of liquidation they have to realize that asset and take the amount as their settlement. So contributors, these are the contributors, means here the shareholders are the contributors. These are the members of the company and they are the real contributors of the company. Here the contributors are classified into A and B. A are the members who is having membership prior or before period of 1 year, before period of 1 year of liquidation. Next, in the B list, these are the members who are having membership prior the date of winding of the company. So here the code will set the list of contributors. Here past member shall not liable to contribute. He has ceased to members for 1 year and upwards. Here this is the past members, means who crossed 1 year membership. So a past members are not liable to contribute unless the present member has been called upon contribute to fullest extent to which they can be so asked. So here if the present member fails to pay the debt, that time these contributors are called for the payment. So they are asked to pay, then only they can pay. In the case of company limited by shares, a contributor cannot be asked to pay more than unpaid amount. So here contributor cannot be asked to pay more than the unpaid value of share. In the case of company limited by guarantee, a contributor cannot be asked to pay more than the guaranteed amount. Here the guarantor will pay only the guaranteed amount which he has been guaranteed at the time of taking membership of the company. So like this, here the liquidation effect will be on the shareholders and creditors, unsecured creditors, etc. So thank you.